we're going to go ahead and go into the Word. There's a little bit of reading on today. I tried to condense it, but we have to read all of it to get the context. Amen. So please stand with me. It's Daniel, the 2nd chapter. Amen. Verses 14 through 19. Amen. Amen. We're going to read those verses together. Amen. We're going to, amen, say what thus saith the Lord. We're going to move out the way. Amen. First verse. Then Daniel answered, to use as a topic, amen, against all odds. Against all odds. Amen. Amen. So we have to realize that there are some things, some situations that we find ourselves in that the odds are literally stacked against us. It appears that something bad is going to happen, and it's not going to work out the way we anticipated or anticipate that it's going to work out. Oftentimes all the signs and all the signals are there. The red flags are up. People have spoken over your life who are experts within that discipline. And oftentimes you have to grapple with whether I'm going to accept the report, accept what the odds say, or whether I'm going to seek God. See, it's easy to just conclude within yourself that this is just my lot in life. This is just God's will for me. This is just how the rhythm of life occurs. Everyone has to go through something. But I will tell you that everything does not lead to death. Everything does not lead to your destruction. Everything does not lead to a place where you will remain there, amen, and tarry there. God, amen, will bring you out. God will intervene. God will show up in a situation, and he will look at the odds and laugh at the odds. He will look at the odds and say, do you not believe that I'm able? Even if they say that it's going to happen to you, do you not believe that I have all power in my hands? Do you not believe that nothing is too hard for me? What have you concluded within yourself? How do you see God, amen? How do you see God concerning your situation? See, if your situation is difficult, it's easy to lose sight of what God has done for you before. Yes, it's easy to have amnesia concerning all the times that you prayed, all the times what you've written down in your journal, and you know that God did it for you because there was a spot that no one but God could bring you out of. And then all of a sudden you kept praying and trusting God, and then God took care of your situation. It's easy to forget about that. The farther we get away from the pain and the suffering, it seems like it's more minuscule and small, but you have to remind yourself that God took care of me. Amen? Yes, that's what it's all about. And we find in this text, amen, Daniel was in one of those situations. We know that Daniel had a gift, and when Nebuchadnezzar, the Babylonian Empire, when they took over kingdoms, they would pull the best and the brightest, the most intelligent, the most articulate, the most charismatic, and the king would utilize their skill sets to advance his agenda. Amen. But how many of you know that God allowed it to happen? Yes, yes, yes. See, God used Babylon to judge Israel, to judge Judah, to get them to a place where they realized that God was the source all along. And sometimes God will facilitate situations and circumstances in our lives to remind us that he is the source. It is in him that we live, move, and have our being. Amen. Sometimes God will allow those things to happen because the most important thing is for us to understand who he is in proximity to what we are dealing with and who we are. We have to make sure we put him in his rightful place and keep him in his rightful place. We have to keep him on the throne, and we have to keep ourselves on the cross. The Bible says we are to deny ourselves, pick up our cross, and follow him. Your cross might not be my cross, and my Christ's cross might not be your cross, but we all have some type of cross that we need to pick up. There's some things that you are holding on to. There's some things that you are trying to work out yourself. That is your cross. You got to pick up your cross, follow him, and let him deal with the cross. Amen. Cross denotes death. And you have to understand the first thing you have to do is die to yourself. That's why we baptize, because you have to understand that baptism is an outward sign of an inward spiritual grace. It represents your death to the world, that you're being buried. You buried yourself, and now you're coming out the water in a new life. Amen. A resurrected life. Amen. A quickened life where you're going to dedicate yourself to live for Christ. Baptism doesn't save. It's just a witness to people around you that I've dedicated myself to live for Christ. Anyone can say that you're a Christian. It's just as simple as ABC: admit, believe, and confess. But there are few people who are true disciples of Jesus Christ. What does that mean? That means that I go through my music collection, and if it's not the right music, I don't need it. I go through my GPS and look back on all the places I've gone. And if I have gone to the wrong places, I need to say I'm not going there any longer. And I've connected to a curse. Someone who does not love the Lord, someone who is not trying to follow him, someone who's not trying to commit themselves to him, someone who's not trying to be a spiritual leader. I need to make sure that I slowly but surely shift my allegiance and put God first and let God take it. There are some things you have to walk away from. There are few true disciples. There are so many people that come to church and praise God and ride down the road listening to Trick Daddy or Tupac and cussing people up and down. You got to understand there comes a commitment. Oh, you're not going to like this today, but I'm here to tell you that God wants you to seek holiness. This kind of preaching will make the church empty, amen? Because people don't want to hear the truth. It is the truth that will make you. But Daniel, we know about Daniel. Daniel understood the spiritual discipline of prayer. Daniel was thrown into the lion's den later in his book because he knew a decree came out that no one could pray to any other deity but the king. They saw Nebuchadnezzar as a king or a god, a false god. And the only deity they could pray to during that time, because the people had studied, they were jealous of Daniel because Daniel was so gifted. He was so talented. He was so intelligent. He was great at everything he did. God blessed him. Amen. God anointed him, and people began to get jealous of him. And they said, if we can't trip him up with foolishness, we'll trip him up with his religion. People will try to trip you up because of your relationship with God. Oftentimes we are persecuted for doing what's right. Amen. The enemy wants to discourage you from doing what Daniel said. I don't care what you decree. I'm going to pray 3 times a day to my God. I'm going to face Jerusalem just like it said I should face Jerusalem. And I'm going to leave the windows open and you can see me praying to God. Because I would rather fear God than to fear man. Daniel had impeccable character. He had integrity. He was the same behind closed doors as he was out in the public. He was committed to God and the things that God would have him to do. And Daniel still found himself in this spot where all the wise men in the Babylonian kingdom was going to lose their life because Nebuchadnezzar had a dream. Who do you think sent the dream? God sent Nebuchadnezzar a dream. Nebuchadnezzar was tired of him rehearsing and saying the dream to wise men, and according to what he said, they would, because of their practices, they would always be able to come up with something wise. So he said, I'm going to trick them. I'm not going to even tell them what the dream is. So I want you to go into my mind. I want you to read my mind. I want you to tell me what my dream was. And then not only that, I want you to give me the interpretation. God is the only one that can know the thoughts before they enter into our minds. No one else can read your mind but God. People may say they can read your mind, but nobody but God. So this is a situation that nobody but God could have taken them out of. You have to understand. And then he said he began to kill the wise men. He was upset because he was so troubled. God laid such a burden on Nebuchadnezzar that he couldn't get any rest. He was so concerned about it that he was so angry. He got tired of the foolishness. And guess what? Daniel found out that he was a part of that group. But watch this. Daniel went to Nebuchadnezzar after he heard it, and he said, just give me some more time. Nebuchadnezzar could have killed him right then. He had already signed the decree, but God gave him favor. Somebody say favor. Well, I want to tell you today that God holds the king's heart in his hands. He can turn it whichever way he wants to turn it, like the rivers of water. He's the King of kings. He supersedes kings. He supersedes your boss. He supersedes the people who are leading you. He supersedes everything. You got to understand, you have to take it to God, and God will take care of your situation. Won't he do it? How many people know that God will do it for you? Amen? So we went back to his boys. He said, look, this is what's going on. If we don't figure out this dream, we gonna die. All of us gonna die. We are guilty by association. We didn't do anything wrong to Nebuchadnezzar. We only served him. We tried to do what was right by God, but yet we're still guilty because we are wise men. There's so many people that have gotten in trouble, didn't do anything wrong, just because birds of the feather flock together. You were in the wrong place with the wrong person at the wrong time, and now you're paying the price for it. You have to be careful who you run with, careful who you hang out with, careful who you do things with. You have to be careful. Somebody say, be careful. Yes, the king answered and said to the Chaldeans, my dream is firm. If you do not make known the dream to me and its interpretation, you shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made as an ash heap. However, if you tell the dream and its interpretation, you shall receive from me gifts, rewards, and great honor. How many of you know that God will let you be in a spot like that? He has to take you through some things to get you some things. Sometimes God has to allow you to lose some things to increase some things. He had to allow them to be in a place where they thought it was over. But look at the contrast. If you don't interpret it, you're going to die. But if you do interpret it, I'm going to give you great gifts, great honor. So God positioned them where, guess what? I'm going to give you gifts. I'm going to make provision for you, but I'm not going to do it in an orthodox manner. I'm not going to do it the way you think I'm going to. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to even do it the way I used to do it. See, you have to understand that God is on the rhythm. Everything is timing with God. You have to remain in compliance with God's will. And sometimes when you begin to go into your flesh and listen to everyone else, you can get off track. But thank God for his grace and his mercy. He will recalibrate you through his grace and his mercy. He will put you back in position, and through his grace and his mercy, he'll give you another chance through his grace and his mercy. He'll bless you anyhow. Thank God for his grace and his mercy. Have you ever messed it up before? Have you ever gone through it? See, you didn't dot your eyes and cross your T's. You knew it was wrong, but you did it anyhow. And God said, I already knew you were going to do it before you did it. That's why I died for your sins. I made provision for even your mistakes. That's what we have to understand. That's what grace. Somebody say grace. That's what grace is all about. Yes. Yes. But watch this. They said, there is not a man on earth who can tell the king's matter. Therefore, no king, lord, or ruler has ever asked such things of any magician, astrologer, or Chaldean. That didn't even make sense. You want me to read your mind. See, that's when you understand. Somebody has got a diagnosis, and someone has gotten a diagnosis that said you're going to die. And then the doctor said there's no medication that can heal you. We've done all that we can do. Some people have found themselves in a financial situation. You had to go through bankruptcy. You had to lose everything. But here you are today with more than you had before. There are people that have gone through the loss of loved ones and the loss of different things that are connected to them. The things that you depended upon. All of a sudden, they vacated and disappeared. And it was a dark situation. I thank God for the truth and the realization that He will put a road in the wilderness. He will put a river in the desert. That means that I'm supposed to be lost in the wilderness, but He'll put a road that's a way out of no way. I'm supposed to starve in the desert, but He'll put a river where I can be a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth my fruit in my season. Somebody say my fruit. My fruit might not be your fruit, and your fruit might not be my fruit, but whatever my fruit is, I'm going to produce it with the help of God. I'm going to become who God called me to become. I'm going to do what God called me to do. As long as I'm in God's will, He has to make provision for His will. That's why I keep on getting blessed. That's why He keeps on taking care of me. That's why I'm healthy today, because God has more work for me to do. I couldn't die when you said I was going to die, because my purpose has not been exhausted. My calling has not been fulfilled. That's why I'm still alive today. You want to say, I'm going to be here until God is done with me. I'm going to wake up until God says it's time to go home. You want to say, Lord, thank you for still having a purpose for me. So the wise men, they made it very clear. In case you didn't know it, they wanted to let you know that no man can do this. Huh? In other words, King, you done lost your mind. In a respectful manner, they said that. Amen? But watch this. Oh, thank you, Lord. For this reason, the king was angry and very furious and gave the command to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. So the decree went out, and they began killing the wise men, and they sought Daniel and his companions to kill them too. Daniel, did he say, why me, Lord? Daniel, did he say, Lord, how is this possible? I've been doing everything you told me to do. How is this possible that I find myself in this spot? No, the thought should be, your response should be, is to pray. See, the first thing that we do when we find ourselves in difficult circumstances, often, we try to call somebody. Yes. And we have to unpack it with somebody. Oftentimes we call someone with tears rolling down our eyes. We call them and we can't get them, then we try to call somebody else. Because we have to get that release. We have to say something, but we don't see God. And then we keep calling and seeking and calling, and we finally get someone that will listen to us. And now we open our hearts to them, and now you're giving them valuable intel. So if that person is not right spiritually, you have given them an opportunity to make an impression on you and a joint in the road. And if they say the wrong thing at that moment, you'll have the wrong reaction. One thing about bad medication, it'll give you the wrong reaction. And sometimes when you open yourself up to people, you expect to get the right medication, you get the wrong medication. They'll begin to speak death when you need some life spoken in you. When you need someone to pray for you, they'll talk about you and ridicule you and ostracize you. And as soon as they get off the phone with you, they call them somebody and say, girl, don't you know what she just told me? But our response should be to get down on our knees. See, I understand that God may be intangible because I can't see him, but he's tangible as a result of what he does for me. He's real to me. He may not be real to you, but he is real to me. I know what God is able to do. I hear God's voice. I know what God has worked out for me. God has done some supernatural. God has invisible to me. We're so visual, we have to call someone that we can hear their voice. We have to go to talk to someone face to face. You have to discipline yourself and go to the God who's invisible, and the God who's invisible will work out the things that are visible. It is the invisible realm that controls the visible realm. It is the spiritual things that control the physical things. You got to see God, because there are some things that only God can take care of in your life. You have to be willing to see God. I don't care if no one answers the phone. I don't care if no one shows up. I don't care if no one opens the door. I don't care if people don't make comments on Facebook and try to pray for me and encourage me. It doesn't matter how many likes I get or how many likes I don't get. As long as God says yes, that's all I need, baby. I don't need you to agree with me. I don't need you to walk with me. I don't need you to pray with me. I need God to take care of me. He will perfect those things that concern me. He works all things together for the good of those that love the Lord. And for those who are called according to his purpose, if you are called according to his purpose, you will say, Lord, thank you for always being a very present help in the time of trouble. How many people in the valley right now? Well, let me tell you, he's a lily in the valley. That means he's right there in the valley with you. You will say, Lord, thank you for being there with me. I'm almost there. I got to finish the story before we go there. Oh, yes. Thank you, Lord. He asked for more time. After he asked for more time, but sometimes people, when they get a little bit more time, the doctor say you got a little bit longer to live. They go try to get a second opinion, a third opinion. They go try this medication, that medication. But see, Daniel went right to the house. He didn't go try to talk to the other wise men, the Chaldeans, the astrologers, or the magicians. He went to someone who shared the covenant that he shared with Jehovah, Jireh, Yahweh. He went to the ones that knew how to get a prayer through. He went to the ones that could agree with him. The Bible says if we agree on anything on the earth, he'll do it for us. If we ask anything in his name, that will he do, that the Father may be glorified. You have to understand you have not because you ask not. And sometimes you ask amiss because what you ask is determined by what you see in the world. You got to see God spiritually. He'll show you what to ask for. He'll show you what to desire. And now you're in alignment with his will, and his will will come to pass. But see, what they asked was in alignment with God's will. You can't die in the second chapter of Daniel. I got more chapters to write, Daniel. I got more for you to do. You still have to go into the lion's den, Daniel. You can't die now. It's not over. So now what you're asking is in alignment with what I have commanded. You have to realize that the things we step into on a daily basis has already been ordained by God before he shaped the foundation of the world, before he shaped you in your mother's womb, before you cried your first cry, or breathed your first breath, or saw your first sunset or sunrise. God has already, and what is happening with us daily. That's why the steps of a good man are ordered. And that's not just men. You can apply women. You can apply yourself to that. Our steps are ordered by the Lord because he's trying to get us in alignment.
Yes, yes, yes.
We know when we take a ride down the road, if you driving to Tallahassee, you know that at a certain exit, you can plan to get some food at this exit, right? Because you know there might be a Kentucky Fried Chicken there. Amen. You might have a place where you can get some food that you like to eat there. There's a restaurant that it's only in that county. So every time you go on that road, you go there. Amen. And so what's happening in our lives, just like we make an exit, we know it's there. God knows what's there, but he has to show us what's there so that we can remain in alignment with him, and he will send us right to the thing he's already positioned and stationed for us. He's already dispatched it. He's already deployed it. He's already positioned it geographically. He wants to make sure that spiritually we are connected to him so that physically we can walk by faith and not by sight. And eventually you're going to walk right into what God has ordained for you. It's already there. It's already there. It's already positioned. It's already stationed. Tell your neighbor, God is waiting for you to trust him, because what happens? There are some variables in play. There are multiplicity of variables which are in play. What happens is, first it's God's timing, his perfect will. Bible always says in the fullness of time. Amen. So he has a time step on what he's going to do for you. But sometimes you can delay it by being disobedient. But if you remain in compliance, amen, it will happen when it's supposed to happen. And so what happens is, now you got timing, God's perfect timing. And so now you pray and now you have faith. See, God can't do it absent from your faith. That's why it says without faith it is impossible. So you mean I can love? You mean I can have a religious practice? I can come to church? I can go through communion? Amen. I can do all these things. I can even give. I can do all this stuff. But if I find myself in a spot that nobody but God can get me out of, and I don't have faith, knowing that he's able, God's not pleased with me. So you discount and limit God's supernatural influence in your situation because you don't have the level of faith. According to your faith, he said, be ye whole. And so your level of faith will always determine your level of breakthrough, your level of blessing, your level of healing, and your level of provision. You have to have the right amount of faith. The Bible says if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, the mustard seed is very small.
Very small.
But all you need, if you just have some faith, God will take care of you because God is so pleased. You know why God is pleased with your faith? He's pleased with your faith because he knows you trust him.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Right there. Amen.
When God knows you trust him, he will move heaven. He will move earth. And look at this. Let me finish this up because we got to get out of here. But what happened is they prayed together. And then God showed him the secret. See, God sent the dream. God gave Nebuchadnezzar the dream. So God could give the dream to Nebuchadnezzar. He could give it to Daniel. So that lets me know that God can speak to unbelievers as well as believers. God can burden unbelievers, and sometimes unbelievers can have such a burden. And here you are. The Bible says it is your gift that makes room for you and will bring you before great men. Daniel had a gift. It was his gift. Yes, Daniel said, I got the secret. I got you, dog. I got you. I tell you, he gave him the interpretation. And I can imagine the look on Nebuchadnezzar's face. He had to be shocked. The people you know, they have a PhD in astrology, a PhD in being a magician. They've interpreted so many things. They've done so many things and told you so many things. And all of them were stumped. All of them couldn't find it. It's just like the fact when they were fishing, they didn't catch anything. Master, we toiled all night long. Jesus said, just trust me and put the net on the other side of the boat. And just like the Lord sent the fish away, he sent the fish back. They caught so many fish that the nets began to break. God will change your situation. He'll shift your paradigm. He'll supernatural. Oh, hallelujah. So he interpreted the dream. Thank you. He gave him the interpretation. Told him about the statue. It represents 4 successive Gentile powers: Babylon, Persia, Greece, and Rome. It represents God's kingdom, which will someday destroy pagan power. In other words, that's why he was so troubled, because someday he knew that his empire, his kingdom, would cease to be dominant. And what we have to understand is that the enemy's kingdom, yes, and watch this before I get there, because he prayed, they prayed. Not only did Daniel save the people connected to him, he saved even the other magicians and astrologers, because he ran to God. He ran to God first and then ran to Nebuchadnezzar. Now Nebuchadnezzar was appeased and he signed the decree to stop the killing of all the wise men. And so there's some things that you can do, amen, that sometimes God will even bless the people and help the people that don't know him, the people connected to you. You never know how what you're doing is going to benefit someone else. You have to understand that God wants to use you as a conduit. He wants to bless you to be a blessing to someone else. I rather to give than to receive. God wants to use you. And so because they interpreted the dream, they were spared. And Nebuchadnezzar understood that his kingdom was going to someday end. But he had to show him what he had to tell him what he saw. In vivid detail, 4K, 1080 HD. He told Nebuchadnezzar what he had seen when he slept. Nebuchadnezzar knew without a doubt that there was something different about Daniel. And that's what God will do in your life. He will bless you so exhaustively. He'll bless you so comprehensively and so completely. There are people who ran with you. There are people who tried to stab you in your back. There are people who tried to ridicule you, ostracize you, and scandalize your name. They thought it was over. They tried to formulate a weapon of mass destruction in your life. They tried to mess up your family. They tried to cause you to lose your job. They tried to stop you from praying and coming to church. They said you've gone too far for God to clean you up and use you up. You have to understand his grace is sufficient. But all those weapons, the Bible said no weapon that is formed against you shall be able to prosper. And every tongue that rises against you in judgment shall be condemned. And they keep trying to tear you down, but don't you know that God will take care of them? As they try to take care of you, God will take care of them. He said, I'll bless those that bless you, and I'll curse those that curse you. The battle is mine. I will repay. I don't have to run you down and try to get you back. I don't have to run you down and try to stab you back. I can put you in God's hands, and God knows far better how to take care of you than I do. As a matter of fact, I'm praying that you'll change. I'm praying that you'll develop. I'm praying that you'll get closer to God. I'm praying that you'll see my light shining. The Bible says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify the Father which is in heaven. We're getting ready to go there. Get ready. I want to tell you something. There's someone in a situation right now. You're facing the odds, and the odds are stacked against you. You're facing the stats, and the stats don't look in your favor. But I'm going to tell you something. If you trust God for where you are, if you seek God for where you are, he'll drop something down in your spirit, man. He'll reveal something to you. He'll show you the fact that he's going to bring you out. He'll show you the fact he's going to make provision for you. He'll show you the fact that whatever you lost, he's going to give you double for your trouble. How many folk in the church today, you don't mind saying, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. How many people are going through something before? How many people are going through something right now? But I want to tell you right now, he said, I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. I'll stick closer than a brother. He said, I'll never put more on you than you can bear. I know you're going to trust me in the midst of it. That's why I allowed it to happen. I know you're going to send up some email so I can send down some blessings. That's why I permitted it to happen. I want to tell you something. I'm going to bless you so much. I'm going to make you the head and not the tail. I'm going to make you a lender and not a borrower. I'm going to bless you in the city, bless you in the field, bless you both going and coming. I died for your sins, but not only did I die, I rose on the third day with all power in my hands. And because I got up with all power in my hands, you can run through troops, you can lift over walls. I've covered you, I've anointed you. Don't you know it is the anointing that destroys yokes? How many anointed folk do we have in the church today? If you have an anointing on your life, you ought to stand to your feet and declare and decree. I'm anointed from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. That's why the car wreck didn't kill me. That's why I didn't die when they thought I was going to die. That's why I still have money in my bank account. That's why I still have a job today. That's why my children are trying to act right. They may not be where they need to be, but I'm going to keep on praying. It may not look the way it needs to look, but I'm going to keep on praying. I may not have everything I think I ought to have, but I'm going to keep on praying. The Bible says if you draw nigh to him, he will draw nigh to you. How many people know when the Lord shows up, he shows up. When the Lord intervenes, he'll change the scene. Because the Lord, thank you for showing up in my situation. How many grateful people do we have in the church today? If you know that God pulled you out of something that no man could have pulled you out.
testimony that God healed something that the doctor could not heal. If you have a testimony that God made provision and you couldn't make provision yourself, knowing how to let the help come, but God reminded you He's Jehovah Jireh. God reminded you that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and He that dwells therein, He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. He's your kinsman redeemer. If you know it, you know it, you know that God did it for you. You are against all odds, but God's not concerned about the odds. He took care of it. He swooped in and took care of it. You are saying, Lord, thank you. To cry, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. How many have joy today? Joy that the Lord gives, and joy that the world cannot take away. The fullness of joy. You better start with joy. That's why I still have praise on my heart. That's why I have peace about my situation, because I'm here today. I changed my mentality. I changed my thoughts. As a man thinking in his heart, so is he. I can see myself being blessed. I can see myself being whole. I can see myself being delivered. I can see the check on the way. I'm in alignment. I'm in alignment. I'm in alignment. And as long as I line up with God, I'm empowered to succeed. How many powerful people do we have in the church today? If you know that God's getting ready to do something supernatural in your life, you ought to open your mouth right now and act as if your blessing, your miracle, your breakthrough is on the other side of your place. If you do without a doubt, that you really praise God, that God will produce what He promised you. How is your praising? Well, there's someone in the church right now. You need God to do something supernatural. Praise Him right now. I believe that someone's about to get out. I believe that someone's about to be delivered. I believe that someone's about to receive what they need. I believe, if you really believe it, if you really believe it, you want to praise God today. It's not about your neighbor. It's not about your friends. It's about your God. When praises go up, blessings come down. If you need God to bless you, open your mouth. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. And give God a praise. Praise Him. Praise Him. Praise Him. Praise Him. It's on the way. It's on the way. It's on the way. You don't feel it because you don't have the Spirit. But if you feel the Spirit right now, it's like fire. Shut up in the bones. How many people feel it right now? How many people feel it right now? If you feel it, God loves you. If you feel it, God is with you. Do you really feel it right now? If you feel it, express it. Show it. Declare it. Decree it. I feel the presence of God. And because God is with me. Me and the Lord, we are rejoicing. As long as God be for me. If God be for me, it doesn't matter who or what is against me. God is with me. God is up.